pursuing The Breeze Blows Penelope for Zhao Liying, however, was drawn in by the staggering female supporting job. The 25-year-old Zhao Hua is totally exquisite. The little sweet show turned into a surprisingly strong contender in November. The entertaining light satire day-to-day existence featuring Bai Jingting and Tian Zihui is a long ways ahead in evaluations, and the Symbol show the 28th Law of Adoration featuring Yang Mi and Su Kai dug out from a deficit. Conflicting with the pattern, the specialty sentiment show Nguyen Met You organized the manager fell head over heels for me. In November, when sweet dramatizations are in the ascendant, there is really a gathering picture series that debuted and brought home the evaluations title. It airborne to the highest point of the hot hunt with practically no promotion. It is The Breeze Blows Penelope featuring Zhao Liying. At the point when Zhao Hua was fixated on making Symbol dramatizations with her more youthful sibling in 1985, Zhao Liying's profession had proactively changed. The basic and legit provincial lady He Xingfu effectively switches between the two entirely gone against characters. In the new show The Breeze Blows Penelope, Zhao Liying by challenges herself, deciphering Su Bangsha, a female business person who has really buckled down bit by bit among men to make her own business under the tide of the extraordinary time. The play is very shrewd in its story strategies, carrying the coolness to the limit. Su Bangsha got in, assaulted her better half on the bed, and the following second his faithful more youthful sibling Tong Xiaoqi kicked him until he lost all kids and grandkids. After Tong Xiaoqi was let out of jail, she gave Su Bangsha the clip she had protected for a very long time. However, she tossed the fastener through the window without a second thought, and she never wondered whether or not to manage the matter. Su Bangsha needed to lease a salt marsh to fabricate a capacity yard. The town boss raised the cost. Tong Xiaoqi drove his siblings to dirty the salt marsh with squander motor oil, and Su Bangsha got it at a low cost. In the shopping center, Su Bangsha is significantly more vivacious and undaunted. He considers endlessly, contending energetically. He possesses no affection and intellect. How might a decent show with a high speed and a decent plot be disagreeable? Obviously, having the option to catch the intensity has an indivisible relationship with entertainers. Zhao Liying is a forerunner in media outlets concerning appearance and acting abilities, from the charming and basic Bones in 1000 Bone to the legend of Chuqiao the firm and unfaltering Chuqiao, from the energetic and kind Yang Zinayu in Old Nine Doors to the wary Ming Lan in Information. Each job of Zhao Liying has been perceived by the crowd. In the new play, she transforms into an unassuming community young lady and joins the business. Right when the senseless, wide and sweet courageous woman is extremely famous, Su Bangsha is an alternate sort of poison. At the requesting meeting, Su Bangsha's enormous waves and flaring red lips showed energy and appeal. The red dress skirt gazed at the high beige shoes and mature lady's demeanor oozing from the back to front. She held a wine glass and strolled around the wine table with quick and working out eyes forward. To get more shares for bringing in peace steel from the north, at the wine table, with a grinning face, Su Bangsha made an honest effort to draw near to the supervisor of Binheiwu Jianshi. This frantic energy for beginning a business immediately carried the crowd into the plot. Su Bangsha reviewed the primary gathering with Tong Xiaoqi. Tong Xiaoqi took the sewer vent cover in the stormy evening and requested that she sell scraps. Su Bangsha wore a long dark hairstyle, and wore a fitted pants and shirt. Xiaoqi, the destiny is consequently produced. Su Bangsha dares to battle for the objective, and the speculation needs no less than 5 million, so she made up her untrustworthy dad's thought. Su Bangsha utilized the old house left by her mom as a negotiating concession to compel her dad to get 500,000 yuan, yet her dad was anxious about the possibility that all that in the family relied upon her stepmother, so she was dismissed as it ought to be. Prior to leaving, Su Bangsha checked out at the cheerful group of 3 external the house. She seemed to be an untouchable, with tears in her eyes. In spite of the fact that she was wearing a lavish coat, she was loaded with progress, yet right now she was only a powerless kid without a home. Zhao Liying's capacity to shape characters is magnificent. In the play, she has different styles, and she completely communicates the retro style of the 90s. Aside from Zhao Liying, the other female supporting jobs in the show are additionally extraordinary, particularly the 25-year-old Zhao Hua Sunjin. Sunjin isn't one looked at magnificence. She has a standard oval face, dazzling facial elements, and a couple of huge eyes with the personality of a young lady nearby. In Remove My Sibling, she played Shi Miao, a secondary school understudy, with short medium-length hair loaded with imperativeness. Tall and tall, she has the title of Junji Hyun in the Upper East. Like Junji Hyun, Sunjin has a masculine character and a masculine person. She assumed the part of minimal wild feline in The Breeze Blows Penelope. The wild feline's appearance was brimming with secret. At the request meeting loaded with enormous managers, she drooped on the seat with an exhausted face, pulled in by Tong Xiaoqi, who was gazing at Su Bangsha wildly, and stepped up and started up the discussion. Seeing that she was dressed trendy, Tong Xiaoqi would have rather not conversed with her. However, the wild feline proceeded to incite, and Tong Xiaoqi, who had been enlisted forcefully, went out to talk with her. At the point when she asked her name, she just said delicately that everybody called her wild feline. In fact, her real name is Gao Zinai, the famous vice president Gao Yujin. Her mother was too busy working to care for her daughter, raising Gao Zinai's rebellious character. When Gao Zinai goes to the yard to look for Tong Primus, Su Hangsha notices her in the crowd, her wildcat curls flying in the wind, shivering in the cold, but still with a curious glint in her eyes, just like her nickname Wildcat, wild and lively. When Gao Yujin finds Gao Zinai and questions her about why she is not working, Gao Zinai fearlessly calls out her mother, fearlessly, and I must say that Sunjin brings the wildcat to life with her jumpiness and bravado. The 97-year-old Sunjin is 25 years old, but her skin still looks like that of an 18-year-old girl, full of collagen. She has been in small-budget web dramas before, but still left behind good-looking dramas like Sweet Doctor of the My Wife and I'm Waiting for You in the future. Today she is starring in the star drama I'm Fine in Another Country, which is bursting at the seams, and Sunjin is finally coming into her own. In fact, Sunjin participated in the director's casting variety show Actors in Place Season 2, where she was praised by major directors for her acting skills, saying that she was the best of the 90 young flowers and that she was only missing one suitable drama. This time, The Wind Blows Half Summer is a big hit, and I believe Sunjin will also be seen by more people. 02. Gong Jun's 30th birthday is an overnight success, but also years of sharpening and precipitation, before ushering in the thick and thin. On the 29th, Gong Jun's 30th birthday, I wish him a happy birthday. Gong Jun is an overnight sensation, but he also has many years of experience before he is able to make his mark. At 30 years old, he has shown us the qualities we should have as an entertainer and an actor. Firstly, acting skills. This is something that really requires talent. Gong Jun's roles in previous dramas over the past few years have not really had much depth in nature, but you can clearly see his progress. He does have a bit of talent, but it's more about hard work and diligence. He is able to memorize his lines to the point where he can still recall them months later, and he has learned some of his character skills off-screen, such as bartending, firefighting and medicine, so that he can clearly strip Gong Jun of his generic and even dog plot and give the audience the best possible picture of the character himself. I also hope Gong Jun's lines continue to improve. The original voice does sound emotionally inappropriate in places. His 3 parts talent and 7-part struggle will always take him further and further. In recent years, many stars have suddenly burst onto the scene with a drama and then nothing happens, because they don't have any good works to produce. Now the fire is equivalent to getting a ticket. As to whether the future can stand firm, slowly develop down, depends on the ability. Secondly, he doesn't complain or sell his misery. At the beginning, everyone just thought he was a happy worker with little substance, are always grinning and singing badly, but he knew that people were watching for fun, or even for a joke, but he also sang happily and actively. When he was filming The Order of the Mountain River, it was summer, and his clothes were still the same kind of damask, basically 5 or 6 layers, and the style was still not easy to take off. In an interview, I heard him mention that he was allergic to his headgear in the heat, and realized that it wasn't that he wasn't hot and in pain, but he never said so. That's what actors do, they get paid honestly, they do their work honestly, it's good. He is optimistic, positive and energetic by nature, a conclusion that anyone who has ever archaeologized him will come to. Almost all his videos show him smiling with his big incisors showing. There are rarely times when he is down and out. In the past period also has been trying to business. Remember once a cover building activities, originally said to cover to how much to send the fans of welfare, and then fans too little, they also went to hell cover the building, the results still do not seem to reach. Third, character. The first thing you need to do is to start doing charity work, and all the proceeds from your personal portraits are used for charity, and you've been on social networking software to express your love for your country. The previous Henan floods, he donated 50W, he had not even received his endorsement fee by the time he recorded the fast book in April, and could not afford his mortgage, but he could donate 50W in the name of his fans, and in the afternoon to evening time, he jointly prepared sealed cups, clothes and shoes, blankets, quilts, instant food and other shortage supplies with the gold owner. He is a real low-key doer, he does not bother too much about personal gains and losses, and the outside world will eventually gift him with flowers. Fourthly, he is a self-disciplined man who demands a lot from himself. Probably since his debut, he has been working out hard to keep himself lean while having muscles and abs. At a time when male artists of his age are getting greasy and fat, he is still able to maintain his image of a sunny and beautiful boy at the age of 30. In the end, stars and actors have to set the right example. For now, whether Gong Jun is like this himself or he plays like this, at least his image doesn't fall apart. It's very positive and has some life in it at the same time. Let's hope Gong Jun will get better and better. 03. Zhao Lusi has done well again, nominated for Golden Lotus Best Actress, competing with Sun Liying. I believe there should be very few people this summer who have not seen Zhao Lusi Wu starring in Star Han Splendid It. This drama is a web drama, but since the opening to the end even until now has been a great deal of attention, we should know that the reason for a drama fire, in addition to the plot attracts people, the actor's acting skills and strength is also part of the success. The first thing you need to do is to get a good idea of what you're looking for. Fortunately, the result is really good and Zhao Lusi has finally proved her acting skills. Recently Zhao Lusi, since winning the Outstanding Youth Award, has once again created a good result, with the role of the explosive drama series Star Han Splendid Cheng Xiaosheng, the main female character, nominated for the 13th Macau International Television Festival Golden Lotus Award for Best Actress. She used a very layered excellent acting skills to interpret the best small female mother, the only nominated 95 Flowers, this time competing with him and Yang Taolian Yuan Quan Sun Li and a host of veteran actresses. It is clear how good Zhao Lusi is. It is a permanent award of the Macau International Film Festival and the Macau International Television Festival, named after the lotus flower of the Macau region, and is organized by the Macau Film and Television Media Association and the China International Cultural Communications Center, respectively. It was founded in 2009 and has been held in Macau, China, since late December. It has enough gold content to imagine. Perhaps many people feel that Ruth Zhao is not worthy, but in my opinion, Ruth Zhao brings everyone into the world of Cheng Xiaosheng with a different interpretation of the crime scene. Empathy is really strong. Cheng Xiaosheng comes to life under the empathetic interpretation of Ruth Zhao. Ruth also walks through Xiaosheng's life with 1 foot of joy and 1 foot of sorrow. They become each other to move the audience. Ruth is the closest person to Xiaosheng's heart. She brings Xiaosheng to life. The main thing is that she has changed a lot. When she played the state council she was purely imitating her Chen Jinjin, not as natural as Chen Jinjin. Playing and trying the world was too disastrous, but playing Xiaosheng is very natural, just like playing Lian, quite a surprise. This is enough to see how strong her comprehension of the role is. Cheng Xiaosheng is the bright moon, the intoxicating spring breeze, the heartwarming sea of clouds and fog at the end of Cheng Xiaosheng's bright, independent, confident, bold. No matter what situation she is in, she will not give up her own image as vividly displayed in front of the public. Cheng Xiaosheng once said, "A woman can be like a star." Now Zhao Lusi's career is shining like a star. This summer, thanks to Zhao Lusi's role as Cheng Xiaosheng, she brought us a lot of joy, and we all loved the character of Cheng Xiaosheng, who grew up as a child left behind and had no expectations of others. I hope that Cheng Xiaosheng and Zhao Lusi will have a happy life in the future. The last summary of it, with so many excellent seniors nominated together, must be for Zhao Lusi is really honored, nominated, that is sure. The company's main focus is on the development of a new product, which will be a new product. The new 24-year-old's future is promising.